Now let's talk about our transportation choices and the future of Surprise. But first, some exciting and good news. In 2012, Congress made the Interstate 11 freeway eligible for federal funding. This is a huge win for Surprise. Arizona is still getting to know the I-11, but as I told congressional representatives in Washington in September, the I-11 will unlock the economic potential of Arizona and the Northwest Valley. The I-11 corridor will shift traffic around Metro Phoenix just west of Surprise and carry it on to Las Vegas, and finally linking two of the largest metropolitan areas in the country not currently connected by a freeway. Extended to the north and south, I-11 could carry people, goods, and ideas on roadways and railroad, through fiber and electric lines, from Canada to Mexico. With a transportation corridor of nationwide importance, right here in our neighborhood in Surprise, we will be even more attractive to new business. It will be easier for out-of-state travelers to visit. New businesses, new people, and new ideas will make us a gateway city to the Valley. Ask any East Valley city where freeways have driven cultural population and economic growth for the past 40 years. I'm already engaged with the Arizona and Nevada Departments of Transportation and regional planners on the Phoenix to Vegas portion. And for the next 2 years, they want to hear from us about that exact route. And I can promise you, you will be hearing more about opportunities to support Surprise as we make our presence felt in these very important discussions. The I-11 and the soon-to-be complete Surprise portion of the 303 underscores that we are in a critical time. The next question is, what does our transportation future look like? What choices do we make now so that in years to come, our transportation options abound and getting around is a joy and not a pain? In summary, as we look at the landscape today, we see the 303 close to being fully connected to the I-10 and the I-17, making the Valley's substantial beltway system nearly complete. We see in the very long run the I-11 connecting us to Nevada, Canada, and ultimately to Sonora, Mexico, our state's #1 trading partner. And we see the most direct link to Phoenix and the rest of the Valley, the Grand Avenue corridor. What will the future hold for this crucial link? One possibility is that we settle for the status quo, accepting the recent improvements as good enough. That means Grand would continue as a heavily used automobile corridor with a design that discourages drivers from exploring the communities along the way. Grand will still get you to downtown Phoenix and in the other directions all the way to Wickenburg and to Las Vegas, but no better than it does now. It would remain underdeveloped and unattractive, a poor advertisement for Surprise, and a wasted opportunity for improving business and community life. Another option, currently in the plans of ADOT, MAG, and other transportation partners, is improving the intersection of Bell and Grand. There are very few places where a major state highway, a heavily traveled surface street, and a key railroad line all come together. So it is no surprise Grand and Bell is very busy and causes slowdowns and bottlenecks. The Northwest Valley is only going to grow, and Bell and Grand must grow with it. Fortunately, I've worked closely with ADOT to get improvements off the ground. ADOT is considering several ideas and recently began asking Surprise residents for our thoughts. The options would take Bell Road up and over Grand Avenue and the railroad tracks. One, called a median urban diamond, would see us getting onto and off of Bell Road via freeway-style traffic lights directly above Grand Avenue. This option also minimizes the amount of land the project needs, limiting the impact to the important businesses at this intersection. ADOT has already launched a website, and a public hearing is set for January 29th at 6 p.m. at the Hampton Inn in Surprise. Please join me there, and if you can't attend, get online and offer a comment. This project is on our very near horizon, and ADOT has committed to having a design recommendation and environmental studies finished by the end of 2013. Another future would be to build on the improvements at Bell and Grand and seize the opportunity offered by Grand Avenue and the Burlington Northern Santa Fe tracks. we could see a future where a refocused Grand Avenue is a cornerstone of a multimodal transportation picture connecting us to the entire valley. There is definitely a place for a retooling of Grand Avenue bus service, and we are working on that. But the best opportunity is in plain sight, the incredibly underutilized BNSF tracks. As you can see, the tracks travel from beyond Surprise through Peoria and Glendale all the way to Union Station downtown. One idea is to add commuter trains to these tracks, whisking you from Surprise to Central Phoenix quickly and comfortably, with no wear and tear on your car. Such rail lines are common in other large cities around the country and the world and are very popular. People report enjoying leaving their car behind and relying on a safe, fast, and relaxing train ride. Surprise already owns a park and ride lot at Bell and Grand, so we are well situated to create a commuter rail station. Experience shows that development occurs along such rail lines, with businesses and residential options popping up near commuter stations. Proximity to commuter rail becomes an important part of business and home buying decisions, improving the value of property and enhancing community life. I think this is a very important picture. The mayors of Phoenix, Glendale, Peoria, Surprise, Youngtown, El Mirage, along with Supervisor Max Wilson and several key officials from ADOT and MAG, together at the announcement of the Grand Avenue Coalition. For the first time, we are pledged to working together on a grand vision for Grand Avenue as a corridor for high-capacity, multimodal transit. We are committing to economic development, improving traffic operations, and developing guidelines for signage and landscaping, all while respecting the unique nature of each community along the corridor. This is a critical time for us. Our quality of life in Surprise depends so much on our transportation decisions. So let's be sure that we make Bell and Grand as effective as possible with the wise choice of a median urban diamond. Let's decide to seize the opportunity to improve our quality of life and join a valley-wide transportation network by saying yes to easy-to-use commuter rail, improved high-quality bus service, less traffic congestion, and better and more business choices.